It's February 2026, and this time we decided to do things a little differently. We left our bikes at home for a well-earned rest, grabbed our helmets and carry-ons, and flew off to Malaga.
With our helmets, jackets and backpacks on our laps, a 3.5-hour flight is kind of a pain.
We fell in love with the local tapas, and every meal was made for sharing.
We headed out to see Pablo Picasso's birthplace, but it was the city center that really stole our hearts. Gorgeous bars, fantastic food, Iberian ham everywhere, great olives and cavas that we just kept ordering non-stop.
Wow, these were the best olives of the entire trip.
The most famous part of the port is the palm-lined promenade of Muelle Uno. The port has a rich history, played a key role in trade, and connected Andalusia with other parts. And on top of that, you can see some truly huge and luxurious yachts here.
This is our first time trying the amazing grated tomato on bread, pan con tomate, and then it's time to go pick up the bikes.
We're a little thrown off because the rental place is at a slightly different address than we expected.
Se vibrar o motorku, potrzeba...
Us, and on top of that, we asked for a worn tire to be replaced. In the end though, it all goes pretty quickly and we're ready to head south to the town of Tarifa.
Just a very quick stop at the Rock of Gibraltar. The local stars are the tailless macaques, the only wild monkeys in Europe, but we skipped them this time because we've got other plans and keep heading south.
The beach in Tarifa completely blew us away, especially those madmen flying on their boards to insane heights. Tarifa is the southernmost town on mainland Europe, just about 14 kilometers from Africa. It's the place where the Atlantic meets the Mediterranean and one of the most famous spots in Europe for kitesurfing and windsurfing.
After a quick break for some food and drinks, we finally hit the Trans-Euro Trail on our way back to Malaga. Let's go for that.
První čtvrteční jízdu ukončíme ve městě Los Barrios, kde se ubytujeme.
A todo gas por el sur, montaña, moto y sol.
We wisely skip the recommended restaurant and go for the place next door instead, which looks much better. Then we let the owner surprise us with a selection of shared dishes, and it turns out to be an amazing experience.
This is our first time trying salmorejo, one of Cordoba's most famous dishes, a thick chilled blend of tomatoes, bread, garlic and olive oil.
a todo gas por el sur, montaña, moto y sol. En Andalucía todo late más fuerte, rodando por Andalucía, entre montañas y libertad, con el viento en la cara y el sol ardiendo un poco más. La sierra nos llama, vamos sin parar, curvas y polvo, la vida es brutal, ruge la moto, vibra el corazón. Andalucía, pura pasión, no venimos de paseo, venimos a sentir. Cada montaña nos hace más libres. A todo gas por el sur, montaña, moto y sol. En Andalucía todo late más fuerte, rodando por Andalucía, entre montañas y libertad, con el viento en la cara y el sol ardiendo un poco más. La sierra nos llama, vamos sin parar, curvas y polvo, la vida es brutal, ruge la moto, vibra el corazón. Andalucía, pura pasión, no venimos de paseo, venimos a sentir. Cada montaña nos hace más libres. A todo gas por el sur, montaña, moto y sol. En Andalucía todo late más fuerte, rodando por Andalucía, entre montañas y libertad, con el viento en la cara y el sol ardiendo un poco más. La sierra nos llama, vamos sin parar, curvas y polvo, la vida es brutal.
Not long ago, Spain was hit by a series of extreme storms and heavy flooding. Riding through the beautiful mountains, we suddenly came across a road that had been completely washed away, so we had to start looking for a detour.
Já to projedu a ještě se vrátím.
Polvo y gloria, gas, polvo y gloria. Andalucía, motor y locura, más tierra, menos drama. Donde acaba el asfalto, empieza la fiesta. Sol, barro y cero miedo. Sol, barro y cero miedo. A tope por Andalucía. Gas, polvo y gloria. Gas, polvo y gloria. Andalucía, moto y locura. Más tierra, menos drama. Donde acaba el asfalto, empieza la fiesta. Sol, barro y cero miedo.
This little hole in the wall totally blew us away with an incredible summer echo. Easily one of the best dishes we've ever had, and on top of that, the friendly owner treated us to an anise digestive with some mysterious little crystals in it.
Polvo y gloria. Andalucía, moto y locura. Más tierra, menos drama. Donde acaba el asfalto, empieza la fiesta. Sol, barro y cero miedo. Sol, barro y cero miedo. Barro y cero miedo. A tope por Andalucía. Gas, polvo y gloria. Gas, polvo y gloria. Andalucía, moco y locura. Más tierra, menos drama. Donde acaba el asfalto, empieza la fiesta. Sol, barro y cero miedo. Sol, barro y cero miedo. Barro y cero miedo. A tope por Andalucía. Gas, polvo y gloria. Gas, polvo y gloria. Andalucía, moto y locura. Más tierra, menos drama. Donde acaba el asfalto, empieza la fiesta. Sol, barro y cero miedo.
This beautiful section was unfortunately cut off by yet another impassable road, which meant at least an hour-long detour. Thankfully, the detour turned out to be a gorgeous mountain road packed with fun curves.
We arrived in Ronda just in time and decided to treat ourselves to a bit of nicer accommodation on the way. And honestly, it was worth every penny. Ronda is a stunning town set above the dramatic El Tajo Gorge, with the breathtaking Puente Nuevo as its most famous landmark. The town is also known for its legendary Plaza de Toros and its deep ties to the history of bullfighting. It's the kind of place that makes you want to slow down, take it all in, and enjoy the fantastic food and drinks. The bridge in Ronda stands 98 meters high, and apparently you're not allowed to ride across it without a permit, which of course we only discovered after going over it several times.
On Saturday we start making our way back to Malaga to return the bikes, but our luck kinda runs out, and after the floods we end up buried in mud. 3 hours later, with the help of a local farmer, we finally get out, completely covered in it. After that, we're definitely not in the mood for any more big adventures.
This stretch definitely lifts our mood again with its gorgeous views. The only thing taking the edge off is the worry about blocked roads, having to return the bikes, and the fact that Malaga is still quite far away. Luckily, there are no washed out roads here, even though there are rocks scattered everywhere, and the locals are doing a fantastic job keeping even these roads open.
We decide not to push our luck any further on the Trans-Euro Trail and head for Malaga's Alcazaba instead. This Moorish palace fortress sits on the slope of Gibralfaro right above the Roman theatre and is considered one of the most important preserved defensive complexes in Spain. Its roots go back to the 8th century, and it saw its biggest expansion in the 11th and then the 14th century, when it became not just a fortress but also a palatial and administrative center of the city.
We stop to taste a freshly picked orange with trees full of them all around us. But once again, our luck starts to run out. The fog rolls in thick as milk, we can barely see a thing, and the temperature drops fast, so we're freezing on the road. Somehow though, we still make it. After drying out our boots, we head out to grab some food.
There's no helping it. The best olives are in Malaga after all.
Poloviční blázen.
We also wanted to visit the adrenaline-filled Caminito del Rey, but even in the off-season, it's booked out months. Unfortunately, we picked a place to stay about 20 kilometers from central Malaga. We tried getting there on a rental bike, but in the end, we give up. At the airport, we make the questionable decision to use our Revolut points on VIP lounge access. But because of the queue and the fear of ending up with all our gear on our laps again, we last there about 10 minutes. And that's a wrap. Home at last. Thanks so much and see you next time.